wants to push the wheelchair in Disney World. Is
that for Addelyn?
Yeah, it's for her birthday. Oh, thank you, Pandy. Oh, that's so helpful. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, Hannah, load up.
We got it.
What's up, fam? Good morning. Addie's birthday is in a couple days, and so we spent yesterday filling up all these birthday bags. Go ahead, buckle up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing? We're gonna take them to her class this morning. We put together a bunch of little things into birthday bags, and she's so freaking excited this morning. Hannah is with us because she was supposed to hop on a flight last night and her flight got canceled, and we live by the airport, so I went and picked her up last night and she hung out here instead. Honey, come on, we gotta go, dude. Tommy and Kaden are coming tonight.
What time? When is it?
We have got what time does the plane land? Do you know?
It's after dinner.
I didn't get much sleep. I was packing for said event. Okay, so me and the kids have an inside joke going on, so everyone knows except the surprisee, the birthday girl. Like, I don't know, do you? She keeps like side-eyeing me, so I don't know. The thing is I've kind of talked about it in front of her, and so I don't know if she like knows or not. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna talk about that later.
She knows we're going to Leatherby's.
Oh yeah, to Leatherby's. So there's this restaurant called Leatherby's, and it's a local ice cream place, and they're like the best ice cream around, like the best hands down ice cream. It's a very well-known place around here, and so for her birthday we're going to go to Leatherby's, you know, Leatherby's, and all the kids are so excited to go to Leatherby's, you know. Addie, you're about to be 5. Can you believe it? Do you feel 5 yet? You do? 2 more days. You're so cute. All right, I love you. I'm gonna come with you to drop it off. On another note, I'm going to get back to what I am supposed to be doing today, which is packing, because we are leaving to Disney World at 5 in the morning. We're leaving here and we're gonna go hop on a plane and head over to Disney World. We've had this trip planned for so many months. I actually had it planned when they were still at their old school. So at their old school, they were on a track system, and the track system that they were on, they would be off this whole month. So it's been planned for a long time, and I've been planning, like, you guys know me, like I plan the outfits and I schedule everything accordingly. Originally, you guys know I take all my kids to Disneyland for their 4th birthday. Well, Addie turned 4 last year, and during her birthday, Disneyland was still shut down. So that's kind of where the idea sparked from, was if we can't go for her 4th birthday, maybe we could go for her 5th birthday. Amongst all of those thoughts and that talk though, I have always dreamed of taking all of the kids to Disney World. Like, that has been an ultimate goal of mine. Most of the kids have never been. Lilia's been once, but the rest of the kids have never gone. And we go to Disneyland quite often. We live in California. It's not far from us. We've obviously been there several times, and Disney World is a whole different thing. It's a completely different idea. If you're not a Disney fan, you're probably like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why, if you have Disneyland there, why would you go to Disney World? But it's a totally different park. I mean, not totally, like they have some of the same stuff, but it's huge. Disney World in Florida is huge. It is twice the size, if not more, than that of Disneyland. And from a family of Disney fans, that's a big deal for us. I always said that I would like to take my kids when they're all old enough to remember it, but I also didn't want to take them too late either, when the magic is kind of gone. You know, in a perfect world, I had it planned out to where like the oldest kids would be 10 and then the youngest kids would be like 4. So that was always my idea of a timeline of when to take them, just because I feel like that's when they can thoroughly enjoy it the most. So with Addie's birthday trip being canceled last year and it rolling into this year, everything kind of just came into place, and I did a lot of research. I made a lot of phone calls. So for Addie's 5th birthday, we are taking the family to Disney World, and I am so excited for her. I'm so excited for everybody to go. It's just like such a perfect scenario. So I have spent the majority of this day packing. I have planned I'm gonna show you guys, because this I think is a game changer. In my phone on my notes, I have an entire note, like you can see, look at all this, of every single little detail about this trip. I'm talking which days we're in what parks, confirmation numbers, flights, outfits, when each of the outfits are getting delivered, each pieces of the outfits. Like I have every piece of information in this note. So, but I have to show you guys because this is game changer. When you have a lot of people that you are planning for, this is the first time I've done this, but what I have been doing is when I plan an outfit and I buy different pieces to each of the outfits, I will actually screenshot what I bought, and then I take the screenshot, I drag it into the notes, and I label. So I have on here who is wearing what, where it's from, just in case I can't find it when I'm packing, when it was supposed to be here, that way I can check up on it if it's like running late. I just have all of the information in one place and a screenshot of every little piece. That way when I'm packing it, I'm not trying to go back and remember, because I'm literally planning 72 outfits. That's how many outfits we have to plan between all of us. And planning outfits is really fun for me. I like doing it. So I know I got a little overboard with it, but it's a lot of fun. So that is what I'm doing now. I am organizing everything. I think we're gonna have to bring the most luggage that we've ever had to bring, only because there's so many like pieces and shoes. To top it all off, Addie has no idea that we're doing this. I shouldn't say no idea because I've kind of let it slip a lot. And so, and anytime she questioned me, I was just like, oh no, like maybe next year we could go. So I don't know how much of it she's caught on. I'm not sure if this is gonna come to as a surprise to her. I don't even know how I'm gonna tell her yet, but I do wanna tell her before we go to bed tonight. That way, because we have to wake up early tomorrow and I want her to understand it. But all of the other kids know. I did already tell all the other kids and they have been secretly planning it with me. Before I forget though, I'm gonna replace, I have the Halloween case on my phone, and I like low-key part of me wants to leave it on, but I did get my new Case to Fight case in the mail, so I think I'm just gonna put this one on. These things are so great. I rave about them all the time. They sponsor my videos, but I truly will never buy another case. They have impact cases and ultra impact cases. This is the ultra impact case because I need the ultimate protection. You can see like the little bumpers on the sides of it right here, and these are drop tested military grade cases. They're drop tested for this. The ultra impact one is drop tested for up to 9.8 feet, and then just the regular impact cases are drop tested for up to 6.6 feet. So like either way, it's incredible. They're also really slim, so when you put it in your back pocket, it doesn't feel like you have like a brick in your back pocket. It's not super heavy. And when I tell you there are endless print options, I mean it. Like there are so many prints that you can pick from. They have this Chi-Tech 2.0 technology though, which is how they're able to be drop tested for something so incredible. They're also 100% like non-toxic, non-hazardous, and they have an antimicrobial coating on them that keeps it germ-free. It kills like 99% of bacteria. So this thing is just all around the most amazing case. I have you guys constantly asking me what my code is. It's not so much a code as it is a link. So if you go to casetify.com/JesssFam, you will get 15% off of your order. So I'll have a link down in the description. You can click that. They also are compatible with the new wireless charging. I had some people ask if it's wireless charging compatible, and it is, and they're also 5G compatible. Maybe a good gift idea. They have a bunch of like Christmas prints and stuff too if you want to have a holiday themed one. I'm gonna save this one. It makes me sad taking it off, but I do need a pop socket on here. That is the one thing though. I hate that pop sockets you have to, like you can't transfer them. Like it makes sense, I get it. Luckily they're cheap, but that is one thing I cannot live without is my Casetify case and my pop socket. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I have extras laying around. Today has been a really interesting day.
This is the worst day at school forever.
Kaden had kind of a rough day at school. I picked him up early. He hurt his foot.
In the morning.
He hurt his foot this morning, and then how did you hurt it? Kyson? Something with Kyson, right?
Yeah, I was running to get to the next TV, and then I accidentally hit on this heel.
So you accidentally hit your toe on Kyson's heel. It was hurting, but we gave him pain medicine, and then he went to school, and he called me from school saying that it must have not hurt that bad because you were playing soccer, right?
No, it didn't hurt at that point.
Okay.
Like 2 minutes in, like, we were playing soccer. My foot went in the wrong direction, so then I stepped on the ball, and then I tripped Antonio and landed straight on my my ring finger toe where it was hurting, like straight on it. So
basically he was playing soccer and you hit your toe, or what? No, the ball?
So we were playing soccer, I had the ball, I tripped on the ball, and then Antonio fell on my ring toe finger.
Your ring toe finger?
No, not finger, toe.
Your ring toe, the same toe that he hurt this morning, yeah. He hurt it more, and so they took him to the office and he was putting ice on it, and they called me, and the day was almost over, and the TA was like, he's finished all of his jobs. I can tell he's kind of miscombobulated. So I went ahead and picked him up like an hour early from school. And on top of that, today is just like, today's crazy because Dad just texted me and said our washer died. So that's great because we're washing a bunch of clothes because we're about to leave on our trip.
Wait, what?
And on top of that, there's a bunch of stuff going down right now with Tommy and Kaden, and we're trying to figure out what's going on with that as well, because
I'll leave you alone right now, okay?
I'm gonna go inside too, actually. But I just picked up the kids' independent study packets for school next week. If you're ever gone for a certain amount of days away from school, I don't know if this is everywhere, but you can request to go on independent study, which means that they get a packet of work from their teachers that they can do for the week that they're gone, and they still get full credit and they're not marked. I think they're like not even marked absent. That way it doesn't affect their schooling. So it's basically a way to like school from home, I guess. But this has been around forever. This is not just like a new COVID thing. Independent study has always been around. Anytime you are gone away from school, that way you can still get credit and the school still gets credit for them being there and they still get to learn. So I have a packet for each of the kids. Most of the trip is going to be during their Thanksgiving break because they have that whole entire week off. Oh yeah, no, it definitely looks a little different colored or something. Did something to it.
Why is it fat and this one's skinny?
It's swollen, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a little swollen.
Yeah, you jacked up that toe, little dude.
Is it broken?
It's either broken or sprained.
Who wants to push the wheelchair in Disney World?
I can do it myself actually, because I can do that.
This timing is very...
Not...
When
What
you broke
happened?
your toe, I told you don't go to the doctor. They can't do anything.
Wait,
This might be your chance to prove me wrong.
that's the same toe, by the way. This is the same toe that I broke as a child, yeah, it still hurts to this day. Should I take him to the doctor?
But I'm like,
I just want to know if it's broken or not. That's all I want to know.
like, why does yours still hurt?
So then if it's broken...
Mine still hurts.
To me,
I
that
don't think
says
it's
something to do with
broken.
nerves, but I don't know. Oh, I just want to know if you can go into the I've broken a bone category. That's why you want to know.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me see it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it though, okay?
The way he
Don't touch it though.
reacted when he and Kyson was like,
From this morning?
yeah.
But he was playing soccer at recess.
No, I took pain medicine, remember?
Yeah, but a broken bone wouldn't...
on my
No, I was still leaving though.
bone.
Oh, that's true.
Because I had taken ibuprofen.
Mimi broke her foot and she just continued her hike.
Boom, and
And
well,
she was like, I'm
the
fine.
doctor said, it wasn't doctor, was the physician's assistant said, you're on vacation, you're not gonna make it worse if you want to hike on it. I did. But when I came back, they had called and said, dude, this is worse than we thought. You need to go to see your doctor.
And now you still have
Boots.
feet problems,
No,
right?
I mean, I think it's fine.
Oh,
It's a little
okay.
stiff, but
It's fine, okay.
it ached for a good year or two, but it's fine now.
What was I gonna say?
But I just see Kyson like pummel him, and he just, I'm alright. But this morning, it was like, it was different. And they do that every morning. They like pummel each other and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
never
why I
tried.
thought.
This is, what the, did Chris tell you our washer just died?
So it hadn't spun correctly earlier, so
I'll let
it was making noises, so we knew it was imminent.
And we have all this stuff going on with Tommy and Kaden. I just
There's
don't
never
know.
a dull moment.
There's no.
And this is like not things that like you're bringing upon yourself.
No. It's just like what even is this? All you can do is laugh.
So what's happening with the washer? It just
I don't know. Chris just texted me our washer died when I was driving home. So I'm like,
what is it doing? Did it just not drain properly?
It's not doing anything.
Oh, then that's bad. Earlier, that whatever last load we did didn't drain properly, but that just happens occasionally.
so Caden's toe is blue and bruised
And swollen.
and swollen.
My ring. Don't hurt the toe, please.
And he won't let you touch it. Like, that's just not, I mean, that's just not.
Okay,
Look at it right here.
Wait, it's
Look
fat.
at it from
it's
the
fat,
side.
It's fat. It's fat.
It's not like
fat.
dramatic, but if you look at it, it's discolored from the rest
Dad,
of the
it's
toes.
fat. It's fat, right? It's fat. Look at the other one.
I don't know what to do. This day is just like, it's just one thing after another today. This year it's been one thing after another.
2020 was supposed to be bad, not 2021.
2021 has been the worst year of my life. This whole thing is filled with water, and now it won't turn on at all. Why? This describes how things have been going today. Look how, like
Mom, you get notification.
you can't even
Your
see
flight
straight.
is canceled. We can't go.
I would cry. Look at this. Whoa, it's kind of eerie. Spooky.
I know, that's what I was about to say. Uh-oh.
Well, Caden and I are on the way to urgent care. I called his pediatrician and asked them what they thought, and they pretty much said they have no idea. Like they would need to get an x-ray on it. And so they pointed me in the direction of a urgent care. I really want to avoid the ER at all costs. It is such a nightmare. And if he doesn't, he obviously is not dying. So let's leave the emergency room for kids or people who need it more than he does. He just needs an x-ray, and then even then I don't really know. I'm just trying my best here. So we're gonna take him to urgent care. Hopefully they can see him in a somewhat timely manner because I have so much left to do today. I cannot believe the direction that this has gone. Like we're gonna get into more of it too, because it sounds like we have some really unfortunate news. Oh, Caden. Oh, I feel like it's getting worse. Okay, the doctor asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's the pain?
7.
7. I took some pictures of it before we came.
I probably can.
But if you look at this toe compared to, I won't. Compared to the other one, it's actually really swollen. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it's pretty purple.
Don't.
It's just my poor baby. If it's broken, I don't know if it's broken. I don't know. We're gonna hopefully find out, but hopefully they can. I hope it's not broken. I really hope it's not broken, but it's hurting him pretty bad. The doctor just came in and he said exactly what we thought, which is if it's a broken toe, or if it's a sprain, they don't. It's the same treatment.
It's the same treatment. So
it pretty much doesn't matter.
It's not really a cast.
They'll tape it together.
And
But they're gonna get an X-ray.
Yeah, they'll get an X-ray
to see.
If it was like my arm, then it'll hurt more. But since this is a toe,
right? Toe's no big deal.
I swear.
Except that we're gonna walk every day for the next week.
If it was this one, if it was this one, my right foot, I taped with this one for soccer.
Yeah, but you shouldn't play soccer regardless, though. If you were toes, it's a good thing soccer just ended, though.
I'm thinking, what if he got that on Thursday morning?
That would suck.
I got my medals.
And you got your medals that day, yeah. Whoa.
I can make this a little bit lighter now.
Sorry, I know.
Wrap it around, okay?
There you have it. All right, ready? Good news. It's just a sprain. Not good news, but better than the latter. So he's still limping on it quite a bit. They said it should ease in a few days. Just keep him on ibuprofen and keep it wrapped. I know it's so foggy outside. But other than that, he should be good to go. He's okay to walk on it and everything. So we're good as long as he's comfortable with it. Luckily, we're not going in the park tomorrow. We're going in 2 days. But if you feel uncomfy, we'll figure it out. You wanna know the verdict?
Okay, so stay.
All this.
What do you think? Broken, sprain, or just like broken?
Broken.
Nah.
Broken.
We
Sprain.
have a nap and a sprain, and I think 4 broken.
Raise your hand with broken. Raise your hand with sprain. Well, the answer is sprain.
Sprain.
I got it right.
Yes. It's just
Well,
sprain.
that's good though. Aren't you relieved to know?
I'm glad because here's what he told us, okay? Remember we always talk about my toe?
Yes.
He said if it was broken or sprained, it would be the same exact treatment.
Okay.
They do nothing for a broken toe.
Okay,
Here
so
we
I
confirmed.
didn't permanently destroy
No, you didn't. All they did is wrap it up. That they said they would have done the same thing. Yeah.
But the washing machine, not so good. It's really broken.
There's only one thing broken today. This is the current state of which we are in. This is probably the worst I've seen it. Believe it or not, these are all like there's rhyme and reason to what this is. So this is packed. This is a pile that I'm trying on. This is a pile that's gonna be packed. We've got more packing here, another pile of my stuff that I'm gonna try on. This is the stuff that we were originally going to bring, but we no longer are. Speaking of things that aren't coming, it is so late, you guys. It is 2 in the morning. We're finally almost done packing. When I tell you the last 24 hours have been insane.
So originally, Tommy and Kaden were supposed to be coming on this trip with us.
Yeah, he would have picked him up from the airport like 5 hours ago.
They were scheduled to be on a flight pretty much right after school. I was informed that somebody within their household was having COVID-like symptoms.
Like loss of taste and smell, not just like congestion, something that's like...
And the timing of all of this just really, really sucks.
And like they were checked into the flights, like they were ready.
Everything was ready to go. I ended up calling them and just having a conversation with their mom and Tommy and Kaden, and between that and a couple other things, Tommy and Kaden are not coming on this trip. And it like really sucks because we're supposed to be packing for them right now. It was literally like a couple hours before their flight. Like had all of this come up or happened
like weeks ago, like that would have been
not even weeks ago, like a couple hours after the fact. Like if,
and it's not anyone's fault. Like, I mean, you can't prevent that, you know?
There's no one to blame. It just sucks.
Addie just woke up. She'll still come in bed with us sometimes because it's late. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It just sucks because it's like, it's Addie's birthday trip. But you know what? At this point, I'm just thankful to be... Yeah, I'm just thankful to be going on the trip at all at this point, I guess. So nothing has gone to plan this year. Nothing at all. So this is just the icing on the cake that this would not work out. But that's okay. Things happen and it's nobody's fault. They didn't seem bummed out about it anyway. So did you get your money back? Because you checked in, right? On the flight? Because they fly up here and then they meet us here. And then from here, we would leave in the morning. Obviously, with everything we just went through, everybody's #1 concern is just making sure that everybody stays safe. We don't even know for sure if, right? We don't know for sure if...
Yeah, they don't know yet.
So anyway, things are not going to plan, but that's okay. Things come up and life happens. And I'll tell you what, that is one thing I have learned this year. Like, if I've learned anything, it has been that things don't always go to plan. And it'll still be fun. Hey, sweet girl. We need to turn off these lights off though. We're pretty much done packing. We have to wake up at 5 a.m. That is only in 2, 3, 4, 5, like 2.5 hours.